Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Greifenberger, and I'm a valuation analyst. Valuation is critical in the exit planning process. And one of the reasons it is because business owners have spent so much time and effort building these great businesses. It's usually always the most valuable asset in their portfolio. And yet, most business owners have no idea what their business is worth. And those that do think that they know what they're worth are often basing that on anecdotal information that they've gotten about multiples that their buddy may have sold his company for. So it's important really to get your head wrapped around what a fair market value of the business would be. So what a business valuation analyst does is comes in and does a deep dive on looking at the business, understanding its competitive strengths and weaknesses, and looking at the potential growth for the business. And there's a lot of modeling that's then done. The business is usually assessed three different ways: the asset method, the income method, and the market method. And just quickly, the asset method is a book value of the business. It's generally not the one that is used to determine the overall value. The income method uses financial modeling to come up with a present value of the future cash flows of the business. And the market method looks at market multiples of similar companies that have sold and uses those multiples to try to come up with a market-based value of the business. So once all of those are done, they're weighted, and then a value is presented to the business owner. And that's good for a number of reasons, because it helps that owner establish what the wealth gap is. What is the difference between what they need to have for their retirement and their future plans versus what the value of the business currently is? And the second thing that's really useful to the business owner is understanding what the drivers of the value are in the company, so that if they do have some runway before they sell the business, they're able to work on some things to improve the value of the business before they sell it. Now, a fair market value is a great number to use if you're talking about a family transfer or maybe a management buyout. But for those business owners that plan to sell their businesses to a third party, they're going to be looking at what we call strategic value, which is a little bit different and should end up being a higher number than a fair market value in most cases. That's because the potential buyer might have some synergies with the existing business. So a valuation can be done on that basis or on a fair market value basis. But no matter how you do the valuation, it really is a critical part in understanding where you're at in the exit planning process.